Okay, this is Kallyn Barkey, late April 2009. One of the things that you're doing here, Kallyn, is you're always trying to look ahead. And that's not something you necessarily need to do when your face goes in the water on that butterfly. In fact, I think you'd be better served if you were concentrating on looking down a little bit more. When you lift your head up to look ahead, what it does is it really makes your hips drop. And you can see you're coming up, you're presenting your chest to the water, and that slows you down. We want to just stay a little bit flatter. The other issue you're having, and it's something that's new, is you're starting to drop your elbows a little bit. And we'll see that a little bit more on the freestyle when we get to it. But we'll talk about that then. Like where you're setting your hands in, I think that's good. I like your kick. Kick is always pretty good. Doing a nice job getting your hands under your body. Could probably stand to get them under your body a little bit more. Okay, into the backstroke. This looks pretty good. I like how you're pushing the water back. On your right side, though, your hands are a little shallow. And what happens is when you bring your hand down, you sweep it up a little bit. On your right side, you're almost bringing it up out of the water. Your left side, too, sometimes when you're not thinking about it. But predominantly on your right, you can kind of see it there. You can really see it here on this front end view. You just need to make sure that you're rolling more onto your right side and driving that hand deep. Left isn't bad. Left could stand to be a little bit deeper too, but the right is definitely too shallow. Right there. See that? Just get it deeper. Okay, this is a great example of, see how you're looking forward on this pullout? Don't need to look forward. We need to be looking down so you can get your back in line. I think this looks pretty good. But you're really just lifting your head. And when you lift your head, your hips are starting to drop. Keep your head low. Keep your elbows up above your hands as you throw them forward. You can see how you're kind of looking ahead. You're not really lined up. But look how low your elbows are when you reach forward. We want to get those elbows up above where our hands are and still get our hands out. That's one of the biggest things we need to correct on that breaststroke. I think your kick looks good. Whenever you push off a wall in practice, this is something we can do to fix that looking ahead problem. Always look down. Don't look ahead. I mean, I know you might be afraid of running into somebody, but most of the time you're leading the lane. You shouldn't need to look ahead. Okay, into the freestyle. Big breath off the start here. Need to break that habit. Now look at your hands and your arms. As you start to pull, you can see that elbow point back right away. You've got to think about it in terms of the lane line reel, putting your hand on the lane line reel and getting your elbow up. Or the kickboard drill, where somebody else holds the kickboard. You're just letting your elbow pull too early. As you start that pull underwater, pull with your hand and get your hand underneath your elbow. Don't let your elbow lead your hand. Another big breath to start off with here. I think you're placing your hands well under your body. You could stand to maybe be in a little bit more, but the biggest issue is the elbow. Now watch your breath off the wall here. We're supposed to be going fast, and the first thing you're doing, big breath. Need to break that habit. That could be the difference between a national cut and not getting a national cut. Nice job.